what I'm not supposed to do. Like when I had a piece of chicken, I was biting it, and they were like, "Why are you biting it? You supposed to pinch it." Like, what? How you gonna tell me how to eat my food? What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Devo, and in today's video we're talking about my high school experience and somewhat my middle school experience, and what should you do while you're in high school, and what advice I am giving you while you're in high school.
It's nothing out here that has changed.
Let's get into the video. Okay, first thing we're going to talk about is my middle school experiment. I can't speak.
A few moments later.
Okay, first thing we're going to talk about is my middle school experience. Just a background story. When I was in middle school, well, before I got to middle school, I learned like the way I talk, how I say words and all that type of thing. I learned that in the South. So when we moved up north, that's when a lot of things start to go wrong. Like people will make fun of me because of the way I talk. They were like, "Why do you talk like that? Why do you sound like that?" And I'll be like, "Well, I don't know. This is just the way I talk." I remember like the first day of middle school, when I was in middle school, it was already late. I started in 5th or 6th grade, I can't remember. But we were already like late in the year. We didn't start like the first day of school. We started like a couple days after. And so when I walked into class, people were staring at me like, "Dawg, this is a way to make you feel welcome." I'm like, what? And she was like, I remember the teacher. She was like the meanest teacher I ever had for a 5th grade teacher. She was like, state your name, where are you from, and what you did over the summer. I do that before I even sat down and got myself together in class. I was like, this is doing too much already. But that was 5th grade. When I was 5th grade, let me tell you something, I was ugly. You know that saying when they say, always somebody's uglier than you? Yeah, that's me right there. 5th grade, I was ugly. I might put a picture somewhere on this area. So yeah, that was middle school. And like all throughout my years of middle school, I did not like it. Because I feel like we learned harder stuff in middle school up north than we did down south. Like the stuff we were learning down south, we were nowhere near up north. We were like 3 grades ahead when I came up north to the schools up north. And the stuff was like 10 times, 20 times harder. When I was in middle school, I used to be like, I want to be like my brothers, my older brothers, because like they never had any problems in middle school or high school, and they had like a lot of friends. But that wasn't the case for me. I had like 0 friends. Also, I had friends when I was in elementary school. Like I had a whole bunch of friends in elementary school. When I got sick, they sent me a whole bunch of get well cards when I was in the hospital, and they sent me some going away cards too, but they got left behind. When I was in middle school, things were not good for me at all. Like first of all, they made fun of the way I talked because I had an accent when I talked. And then when I ate and I brought like food from home, like leftover from dinner, they were like, "Why do you eat like that?" Like, what I'm not supposed to do. Like when I had a piece of chicken, I was biting it, and they were like, "Why are you biting it? You supposed to pinch it." Like, what? How you gonna tell me how to eat my food? But anyway, let's get on to another topic. Middle school won't make or break you. High school might, but again, it won't make or break you either. When I was in middle school, a lot of the students had parents that were teachers at that school, so they had an advantage on everything and got to know more about stuff than the people that didn't have parents as teachers at that school. So that was like really tough on me because I was like, I want to be in this, I want to be in that. Majority of people that made the teams or something, their parents were either highly involved in the school, helping paying for stuff for the school. Up north, we had like high registration fees to go to school. So you middle schoolers that are watching my channel, I would say use middle school to find yourself and like find what you want to be in high school. Don't stress out about stuff in middle school because it's not that serious. Like the college people, they're not scouting you yet. So when you go to middle school, don't stress out. Be yourself and don't like try to fit in with people because you're not made to fit in. You're born to stand out. And like I said before, when you're in middle school, be yourself. Also, when I was in middle school, I had like a lot of people that would make fun of me because of the way I looked. Like I said, I wasn't the best looking person in middle school. I was like very, very ugly. Anyway, like the people that made fun of me in middle school were the same people in high school that tried to ask me out and wanted to be my friend, but I like turned them down just for that very reason, because why make fun of me in middle school because I look different, but then when I get to high school or had some type of glow up, you want to be my friend all of a sudden. Okay, now let's talk about when I was in high school. Freshman year, I did summer school. I did I did football camp. That's when you like want to find yourself and like what you wanted to be in high school and like what you wanted to play, what you want to be known for in high school. That's when you find yourself freshman year. I played football, and when we played football, the majority of people that didn't show up for football camp were the main ones that was starring on the team when it was actual time to play in the game. Like they wouldn't even show up for practice, but those same people were the ones that had parents that were teachers at the school or parents that were rich and had like a lot of money to donate to the school. And I've seen it firsthand from there that people, a couple of the people I talked with, very good in the sports, like very good. And when it was time for like college scholars to come, they would be put on the sideline and they would get like mad and aggressive, meaning like, oh, I'm on the sideline, our team is still losing, So those very same people that are very good and work hard get put to the sideline for others that pay extra and donate to the school, and parents that are teachers at their school can play. That wasn't fair. High school was fun for me. I did football, I did track and field, I did pep squad, I did stage crew in a play, I did seminars, Feed My Starving Children seminars, Stop the Violence seminars. I did a fashion and apparel display competition. I won first place at state. I also happy about that because that was one of my biggest accomplishments. If you know me, I like fashion. I like to dress up when we go out of town and all that sort. So that was one of my biggest accomplishments. I really enjoyed doing that competition. It was fun, and we got to travel to a whole bunch of colleges. So that's fun. So if you want to do stuff like that, talk to your school about it. It was in the FCCLA club. That's when I did that. Yeah, I did. FCCLA, which stands for Family Career, I don't know what it is, Leaders of America, something like that. I can't remember. But that's when you get out like an hour early of school so you can work and learn to be in the workforce. So if you want to do that, I suggest you do that. It's very fun, and you get to participate in a lot of competitions and all that sort. Oh, I did. What else did I do? I did swim class. I did a whole bunch of things in high school. Did I do a lot what I wanted to accomplish? Yes. My sophomore year is when the people that picked on me tried to ask me out. I said, no. I turned it down immediately, and I mean immediately. Because like, you picked on me in middle school, and I was already depressed and all that sort, because I didn't have like any friends, because we moved back. And I went to like a school where there was like not a lot of black people, so you know how that goes. Oh, and also my high school was even worse, because like, whenever you want to know about something or you wanted to be in something, the school is very uninformative. Like, you would never hear about it. Only people that hear about it are the parents who have students at that school, and like I said, the high donators. Like I wanted to get a whole bunch of ropes for when I graduated. Didn't know how. Tried to speak to my guidance counselor. It took all year for her to find me. I didn't know nothing, and I didn't know we can get a rope for donating blood more than 3 times. I didn't know that at all until graduation day. A lot of things I didn't know until graduation day when I found out people had all them ropes. I'm like, what are these ropes for? What is this for? What is that for? No one told me, and I tried to ask about it. I stayed at the school so I can find out more about stuff. Didn't know. And when we had those students that were teachers' pets, that's a real thing. Teachers' pet. They, like, when they don't show up for class, teacher will make a whole big deal about it. Like, it's not a big of a deal. You make other kids feel less than what they need to be, and you're a teacher. You're supposed to make them feel comfortable in the school, but you want to make them feel less. You'll go, like, we had one teacher, social teacher in middle school. She would go out her way, go through the hallways and look for the students who were her teacher's pet, see if they were here that day, and she would be having a hissy fit because they didn't come to school. I'm like, can we get class started and all that sort? And those same people that she had a hissy fit for were the same people in high school that were still picked as class pets. I did not like them at all because, like, everything they would do, they would be starring on the team. And half the time, more than half the time, they can't even play. They just starting on the team because black folks, they get to sit in the sidelines. And also because their parents, like I said, if some of their parents are teachers at that school. Okay, advice for you high schoolers or starting out high school. Make sure you get like your mindset on what you want to do in high school. Like, when you go to high school, like, be like, if I want to play a sport, I'm going to do that. If you want to play a sport, I suggest you do the summer camps and all that, so you can guarantee your spot on the team or give you a better leverage to being on the team. That's very helpful because not only would you get more skills in that sport you want to play in, but also the coach already see what you can do and what you can't do, so they already know where to put you and if they want to keep you on the team. And when the teachers say that your time is going to fly by in high school, I really didn't believe them, but it actually did. It flew by super fast, and when you graduate, it flies by even faster. I mean, super fast. Time flies by so fast. Also, when you're in high school, you don't need friends to graduate. You can be by yourself and still be just as good. Like, I was in a whole bunch of things. You can do the same. I wanted to be in yearbook, but couldn't find out how to get in that. And I tried and tried, but couldn't find out. Like I said before, be what you want to be you. Don't try to like follow behind people. You write your own story. Don't be a part of somebody else's story when you can write your own. And the bullies, like the bullies that bully you in middle school, be the same bullies in high school that turned out to be ugly, that went from worse to worse. And like, what did Beyonce say on that Finding Temptation movie about bullies?
And when life makes you have to put up with mean and hateful people, just think of them as sandpaper. They may scratch you, rub you the wrong way, but eventually, you'll end up smooth and polished. And the sandpaper, it's just gonna be worn out and ugly.
Baby, you don't need my help.
And if you see someone getting bullied, stand up for them, because a lot of times they be feeling the lowest of the low and like might do something when they get home. So stand up for them and ask if they need any friends or like any support or anything, because that'll make their day. You never know what they're going through at home or didn't have to go to school and still deal with the same things that happened at home. When I was in middle school, I used to be shy. Like shy as crazy. I was like super shy. I got to high school, I said I'm not gonna be shy anymore. So when we have like projects or something, we got to do like a group project or something, and they need to decide on who's going to present the project. It would all be me. I would not be shaky, I would not be nervous. I would just be ready to go, ready to present. That's like a good characteristic to have, because it makes people think, oh, he's not scared to do this, oh, he's not scared to do that. He can stand his ground. So stand your ground, stand tall, stand out, and always be yourself when you're in high school. No matter what happens, be yourself. And also, if you need like friends or anything, you have like a guidance counselor, or you have like these tutors, what they call these tutors that are like the same age as you in high school, and they're like tutors. Reach out to them. So my tip for you fellow high schoolers, or like becoming high schoolers, be yourself, write your own story, stand out, don't try to fit in, be involved in like any sport or something like that, and also stop bullying. And also, if you're someone in color, you always have to take that extra step in doing things. Like, you see somebody doing something hard, you gotta do it twice times harder, 3 times as hard, or 4 times as harder, or even a 5th time as harder, if this is the case. Especially if you're going to a school where there's not a lot of black people or people of color. Also, if you find yourself having a teacher that doesn't want to teach and like it's very boring and like he has boring lectures, stop that right away and go to your guidance counselor and ask to switch classes, because otherwise you won't be having that good of a time in that class and you will be struggling like crazy. Trust me, I learned from that. So like I said, stop, go to your guidance counselor, ask to switch classes, and tell them why, because those type of teachers don't need to teach if you're going to be boring and don't try to help. Like, as an example, you try to ask the teacher for help on a question and he just responds to saying it's the same thing we learned last week. Switch that class, because he just didn't want to do his job. Or you have a teacher that's always on his phone or always out of class worried about other students. That's them teachers that be like, I didn't see you in the weight room today. Those teachers that are not really supposed to be teachers. You know what I'm talking about, the sports coach and the PE teachers. I didn't see you in the gym class. They stop mid-lesson to talk about people that are not in the weight room and all that sorts. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment down below what other videos you want me to do next. And also, make sure you check out some of the videos I have on my channel. I have a vacation series 2022 Florida edition that you can check out on my channel. And I also have an Alabama Splash Adventure video that is getting up there on the views. We're almost at 2K now. Thanks for watching.